Money motivates people. So it's like, what kind of harsh living conditions was you living in before you started hustling, right? To make you say, I'm gonna get me some motherfucking money.
Well, you know, we was really poor. You know, my mom had took three of my cousins in who mom and dad had passed away, and she was doing more than she could afford to do.
Okay.
So, you know, when we went to school, you know, for the school year, we might get 3 pair of pants for the whole year, you know. Maybe 2 pair of shoes. You know, you be done wore them things out 3 or 4 times before the year over. You know, because I played football in them, basketball in them. You know, so we were really poor. You know, we had roaches and rats in the house, broken windows, and you know, I wanted out of poverty. And when they showed me cocaine, I felt it was the safest way. You know, I didn't have to hurt nobody. I mean, when you know, when I was sitting in jail and I was writing my book, I was looking at all my options that I thought, not the options that I really had, because I had more options than I knew I had.
Right.
But you are only as good as you know you are, or what you know. So I'm sitting in jail, and I was like, wow, if they'd have had criminality as a subject in school, I probably would have got an A. Because they taught me how to steal a car, how to do a robbery when the people were at the ATM, you know, they taught me how to sneak up behind them. They taught how to carry a gun. This all in the hood. This is hood.
Right.
Hood schooling, you know what I'm saying? So in those type of situations, I knew, because they taught those in the hood, but nobody in the hood could teach you how to go buy a house, how to write a check, how to get a loan. You know, they just didn't teach those subjects in the hood. So I was pressed, you know, and I always wanted to be somebody. I never wanted to be a nobody.
Even at an early age.
Oh, I wanted to be special. I never wanted to be like everybody.
But it's the thing, though. It's like, I know you had to know that it was wrong what you was doing when you got involved with the coke. You know what I'm saying?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. See, you're talking about a 19-year-old kid. You know, not me now with the gray hair.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Been to prison, you know, and been to drug rehab classes and all the other things that I've learned about addiction. See, I didn't know about addiction when I started. And then all of my heroes was involved with cocaine. You know, Rick James, Don Cornelius, Quincy Jones, you know, Richard Pryor. So when you hear about them doing cocaine, Superfly, you know, they got a movie come out called Superfly, and this was the hardest brother I ever seen before in my whole life. You know, I didn't know about Farrakhan then, you know.
Right.
Or Malcolm X, you know, they weren't teaching us about Farrakhan and Malcolm X or Elijah Muhammad. You know, I don't know that there's a black man that got 1,000 diesel trucks and you know, 50 or 60 airplanes. And
so it was cool to you.
It was cool to everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it was so new, though, right? So with it being so new, you guys didn't really know about the repercussions.
Coca-Cola used to put it in the soda.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, back in the day they did.
Yeah.
So was it that you wasn't scared of it because it was so new, y'all didn't know about the repercussions?
What was to be scared of?
Going to jail.
Nobody was going to jail for it.
Damn. It was that sweet back then.
Yeah, nobody was going to jail for coke. And the first time the police stopped me and I had coke in my pocket, the police patted my pockets and told me to get back in the car and go.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this then. It was so new. Nobody really knew a lot about it. Y'all knew y'all could make a lot of money off of it. How did y'all actually know how to cook the damn cocaine? Who was like, yo, I got a great idea. We're going to do this.
It was a few people that was cooking when I got started already.
When you first heard about that, was you like, what was your reaction?
The whole game to me was new. I was a tennis player, right?
Okay, yeah.
I'm what they would call a square. I played tennis every day. That's all I did. No street activity. when it was discovered that I wasn't going to be able to go to college is when I went back to the hood. I lived in the hood, but I didn't stay in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I got up every morning at 6 o'clock, got on a bus, and went to where the tennis courts was at. I come back home at 7 o'clock at night, eat, take my bath, and go to bed. So everything that was going on in the hood, I didn't participate in. You know, it was only when I came back, when I found out that I wasn't going to be playing tennis anymore, that I started to indulge in street activity.
Someone showed you how to cook it the first time?
Yeah. They used to cook for me first. They would charge you to cook it.
Oh.
You know, you pay them $50 for 8. They cook an 8 up for you for $50. And you'd be like, damn, that's expensive. But you needed it done, and, you know, you keep watching it. And as my sack grew, then I was willing to take chances on cooking it myself.
You messed up some packs though, right?
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
It takes a distinct individual to possess the desire to defy the law. Such individuals must exhibit audacity, fearlessness regarding consequences, and the traits of calculated risk takers. They may be categorized as mere addicts, yet their addiction is to currency and adrenaline. What do they lust more? Some seek the mountains of dead presidents, while others yearn for the rush of them. These are not stories of glorification, but chronicles of redemption. Articulated in their own voices, these are the extraordinary accounts of individuals who will be eternally enshrined as crime gods.